Okay, let's roll into our post-race of today's 42nd annual AAA 400 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series event here at Dover International Speedway, Race 3 in the 2011 chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. And we're joined now by our new points leader, Kevin Harvick. Kevin is actually tied with Carl in the points lead, but he would get the nod as the higher seed due to the tie-breaking system. Based on number of wins, obviously, this season. He drives the number 29 Ream, chasing the Cure Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. Kevin, I know you were, up front most of the day. The weather got a little sticky there at times. I'm sure the track conditions changed some, but you're the points leader coming in here and after the third race. So, I mean, you can't really argue with that, can you?
No, not at all. Obviously, we circled this one as a place to come to overcome some things, and the guys did a good job today. We were just so loose on two tires, which is kind of backwards from what it should be, but we had to put two tires on there at the end to protect Danielle. The track position side of it. So all in all, it was okay. You're gonna have to turn that flash off, man. Killing my ass.
Yeah. You got what you needed. You're good. Okay, we'll go to the next questions now for Kevin Harvick. If we have one, raise your hand. We've got a couple wireless mics. Go ahead, Randy. State your name and who you're with, please.
Yeah, Kevin, Randy Kovitz, Kansas City Star. How have you circled Kansas? Because that's not a place you've had a lot of success either.
Yeah, you must look at a different stat sheet than I do. So, we've run really well there the last few times, and I think we should be fine.
Looking for your first win, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for wins, right now we're looking for a championship. So whatever we got to do to fight through that is what we'll do. And obviously, you need to run good at all of them.
Right.
You can run bad at any of them, to tell you the truth. But Kansas has been a place where we've been pretty solid.
Other questions on the front row down here, Susan?
Vince Bonfigley, WNJC Radio. Kevin, coming into Dover, usually it's pretty hot out there. How did it feel in the car with the weather being as cool? Of course, the rain probably for the cautions didn't help too much, but as far as temperature goes inside.
Yeah, inside the car, obviously cool days are great for us, but I think I'd have rather had a hotter day than today, just because I felt like our car was better in practice when the temperatures were warmer, and it seemed like the groove that I was running in practice really wasn't there for us today because our car was too loose. It was good for inside the car, but not great for the handling conditions of our Ream Chevrolet.
Any further questions for Kevin? Back in the back there, if we could get Mike there, back there to David. Raise your hand there, David.
David Newton, ESPN.com. Kevin, you've seen points changes all season. I think 11 during the first 26 races, and now you've seen some here in the chase. Why does it seem like there are more this year than maybe in the past?
I think that the competition level is just so even. I don't think you're going to see anybody come in here and dominate like you have before, as far as just taking off and running away. You're going to have to be consistent and solid, and it's just a matter of keeping yourself in it until you get to the last couple of races, and if you can keep yourself in contention, hopefully you've eliminated most of the other guys in the chase.
Go ahead, Vince.
Vince Bonfigley, WNJC Radio. Kevin, the new point system this year, you think that plays a factor in how you look at the competition? So, wow, they're only 3 back, they're only 2 back, or the top 5 or 10 back, or something like that?
It's definitely easier to add up. I think the point system definitely has changed the complexion of having a bad day. I think when you have a bad day, it hurts you worse than it had in the past. So maybe it just seems that way, but it also seems like if you can win some races, you can make up ground fairly quick if you can get out front and get the bonus points and do the things you need to do. So yeah, it's a lot of those guys that were pretty far back, that everybody thought were pretty far back, had a great day today and won't seem that far back anymore. So you got to take it 1 week at a time, and I'd much rather be sitting on top of the points 3 weeks in than sitting 12th. So we'll just keep at it.
Yeah, only 15 points separate the top 8. 15 points separate the top 8 drivers. Anybody else for Kevin Harvick? All the way back in the back. Dustin?
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Kevin, did anything surprise you from just the way this race went? The other competitors, Jimmie being strong, Kyle being up there, Carl being up there, was just kind of what you expected going in, or did anything kind of surprise you today?
Well, I think when you look at this particular racetrack, you look for, the 48 obviously has had a lot of success here. The 18 has had success, and the 99 has had success. So it's been a good racetrack for those guys. Obviously, it's not a super strong racetrack for us, but we felt like we've been solid over the last couple of years. Not to win the race, but just solid enough to get decent finishes and get out of here.
Kevin, thank you so much. Congratulations on taking over the points lead, and we'll see you at Kansas. Thank you. Okay, our race runner-up in today's 42nd annual AAA 400 here at Dover is Jimmie Johnson, five-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series defending champion, and Jimmie comes back with a strong second-place finish here today. And talk about that, Jimmie. He certainly had a car that could, you had a race-winning car, and certainly you were strong the entire day, and this is one of those tracks that you felt like you really needed to excel at.
There we go. Obviously, a great day for us to lead that many laps, and having great stops on pit road. Across the board, very, very strong effort. Wish that we could be one spot better, but I just didn't get two good restarts at the end of that thing and cost myself. So, all in all, though, exactly what we needed. We needed to run in the top three here at one of our better racetracks, and mission accomplished.
Well, Jimmie, now after this race today, you're in fifth place, just 13 points out of the lead. So you made up a lot of ground here today at Dover. Questions for Jimmie Johnson? If you have one, raise your hand. We'll start here at Vince, and then we'll go to Don.
Are we out of this still? Last week I was considered done.
Jimmie,
am I out of it?
You are never out of it.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Kerry.
Go ahead.
Vince Bonfigley, WNJC Radio. Jimmie, coming here to Dover for a third race in the chase, you think that plays into the factor of how the chase shakes out? When you won your past championships and prior years past, it was the second race. Do you think it makes a difference, or do you think it benefited you more that it's a third race in the chase?
I don't really think it matters, to be honest with you.